That's what made me think of it.
I did, yeah. I was looking at that's really cool.
I don't think he's going to reach any of those three, but I just put that there. Just it's interesting to look at.
It says a lot about a player that I don't like. We don't talk about your stuff a lot. We just watch whenever you stream and stuff. But the one player I always know who's really good on your team is like Justin Knapp.
Yes,
Like, that is the guy.
Yes, he's from Kansas. I traded. Who did I trade? I traded a couple people to Oakland for him. I was like, I need young players. All my guys are getting old, and I look like, okay, who is the best available prospect right now? That was
Did he play Did he play one season in the minors then, or did he play any in the minor leagues?
Unfortunately, the show does not track minor league stats beyond the current season, so I can't tell you.
So did you just trade for him and pull him up right away?
No, I played him in AAA. That's what because I traded for him. I traded for him at the beginning of the 26 season.
Nice.
Yeah, because I had a full outfield at that point. I was waiting for him to get good, and he got really good in the minors, so I called him up and started playing him immediately.
There's so many players that are always on pace early, but they could never actually do it.
Well, the big thing for him is that he started 2 years earlier, or 3 years earlier.
Out of the park baseball is notorious for that. You can draft somebody, have them play phenomenally for 6 years, give them a monster contract, and a year and a half later they have like 3 injuries in a row and they're garbage. They're done.
That's
or
right.
even just naturally, like you sign somebody at 27, you're like, hey, this guy's still playing good, let's give him 5 years, and after a season later he's just garbage, hitting 190, and you're like, what happened to you?
Well, that's kind of where we're at right now with him, because I'm not sure what's... If you look at his stats, he only hit 28 home runs, and his batting average was down to 262. That's a career low by at least 40 points.
That's kind of scary.
The Red Sox are looking for their 6th straight win.
For some reason, he had a huge regression.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome. I'm Dwayne Kuiper, and it's another great night for baseball.
Partner,
are you ready for this one?
I sure am, Kite. This is going to be a great matchup.
To make that worthwhile. He has
we should have a good one. Ready to throw the game's first pitch, Matt Clement.
Something contact against lefties. And 81
Welcome
power
to this
against
American
righties.
League matchup
He only has like
featuring the Seattle Mariners and the Boston Red Sox.
Right-handed hitting.
There is only one useful
Just watching
thing
this
about someone who's a great left-handed hitter, and it's if you are in the American League and you have a guy who can sit on your bench, but who can be a DH whenever they're throwing a lefty.
Yes.
So if you're not in the AL, yeah, you're pretty useless.
I'm pretty fortunate in MVP. They're generating a lot of left-handed pitchers.
That's good. I like seeing lefties pitch.
Gill sends it to right field. Nixon should have no problem.
Get a nice pitch there to get
nice you re-signed with the Red Sox, by the way. Like a 4-year, $100 million deal or something like that.
Oh my god.
We were watching you play, was it the Division Series?
The one against the Red Sox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's
Isn't my guy like almost 40 now?
Oh no. Actually, I'm pulling up my franchise file right now because I'm curious about that.
Because I wonder when you set the birthday. Because if you set the birthday close, then yeah, I'm probably...
I created you in 2016. I think I set you at 18. That was the youngest I could go.
3 pitches, 3 strikes, doesn't get easier in that, partner.
Did that for you and Miller.
So I'm at least probably in my mid-30s.
35. I update the system software. Oh my lord.
Oh, I guess I'm going to have to do that before I get on later.
You have automatic downloads enabled?
Yeah, it just downloads in the background, and then whenever I go on it says install.
Here's the lineup the manager will send out.
Well, it'll be a minute then. Only a 500 megabyte update, that's weird. Miller signed with the Dodgers.
He's still frickin' dominating on the mound.
Yes. He's like a 98 overall or something crazy. I put you guys in the minors and set your potential at 99 and 99 and just kind of let it rip.
Do what you're gonna do.
And the count is 1-0.
This guy's a stud, guy.
Wait, Barry Bonds is a cousin of Reggie Jackson?
Every time. He's got 8 wins and 6 losses so far.
Sounds about right.
I knew Reggie Jackson used steroids.
He's the one that got him hooked.
Willie Mays is his godfather.
Reggie Jackson is one of those players I like to talk about because he played in different decades. Like, he starts in 67 and ends in 87. Like, oh my god.
They'd be like somebody starting in 87 and retiring in 2017.
Hey, falls behind, makes great
Pretty wild.
2007, something like that.
2007, but still, that's very wild. It's like Nolan Ryan. He's really fun to talk about that because how long he played.
Nolan Ryan, I was looking at his stats earlier, like, they're really not overwhelmingly great. He just played so long.
They are overwhelmingly great, though.
A career 3.1 ERA?
That's ridiculous. Think about how good that is.
I mean, okay, so he had good seasons and some average seasons. Like, he has a 1.6 ERA, and then he has a 3.1, like, a 3.8, a 2.7, a 3.5.
All of those are really good, though.
It's kind of like with quarterbacks. You got to think about the era he was playing.
Yeah. Everybody's hitting for contact, not power. You can't be Clayton Kershaw and have a sub-2 ERA 5 years in a row. Everybody's out there power swinging. Then they realize, oh, I'm not swinging a softball bat.
That's why, like, as much shit as I give Kershaw, that's why it's super impressive, his career so far. It's like, oh my, even though it's just like 2-4, Jesus.
Oh yeah, he's gonna walk into the Hall of Fame. He could retire right now and go to the Hall of Fame.
After 1 inning, the game is scoreless. The next batter is
What's crazy is last year was the first year since his first year pitching full-time with an ERA over 3. His first season he had a 4.2 and he was sub-3 every year after that until last year. He had and at that he even had a 3.03, not even anything that significantly over.
He's allowing a lot more home runs now.
Everybody's hitting a lot more home runs.
Yeah. That's what's getting him, I think. And his slower fastball. His curveball is just so good. It's going to keep that ERA down for years.
I mean, this is the incredible thing, though. In 2016, he pitches 149 innings, has an ERA of 1.6, walks 11, and gives up 8 home runs.
It's crazy.
That's a nice pitching partner.
Struck out 301 batters in 2015 and didn't win the Cy Young. Who the fuck won the Cy Young in 2015?
Probably Scherzer.
No, Jake Arrieta. What did he do in 2015 that was so impressive?
He had a sub-1 too.
22 and 6, 1.7 ERA. Gave up 10 home runs, walked 48, struck out 236.
That was when the averages were down, but the home runs weren't up yet. So you saw those colossal ERAs for a couple years.
Unlike he got Cy Young votes in 2015.
This is a depressing game log to look at for him. This is what's
postseason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2016.
I don't get
Oh my
it.
god, against the Cubs, that was so bad. It was like, no, he's doing it again.
And he was fine coming into it. Well, maybe not. He at least got on his team won at least.
It's hit out to left. Ramirez should have no problem. Makes the catch to record the out.
Last year was bad too when they brought him in relief and he gave up the grand slam to Howie Kendrick.
Yeah.
I think that was him that gave up the grand slam. No, it wasn't him that gave up the grand slam, but he gave up runs.
He gave up 2 home runs in a row.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right, he did.
When are the Dodgers going to fire Dave Roberts?
There's no reason to. They could be doing a lot worse still.
Clayton Kershaw has 158 and a third postseason innings pitched and has given up 78 earned runs, 24 home runs.
Heading into the bottom of the second.
That's like a full season almost. So you can compare it to that.
His 162 game average is 224 innings pitched, 61 earned runs, 17 home runs career.
Now your stats are going to inflate a little bit because it's against better teams, but
oh yeah,
that's
I mean,
crazy.
Have you guys looked at the, sorry to interrupt, have you looked at the sim results? I just did for the first time in a week to see what they look like.
Holy shit, Kershaw's getting lit up. 4?
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your picks. That's exactly what you
I was just looking at the standings too, and I'm like looking at who's leading each division.
What are the Marlins? Really? Too early though. You can't pay attention yet.
Pitcher nailed the corner with that delivery, right on target.
The Indians are about average, about where I expected them to be. Franmil Reyes has 10 home runs already. Holy shit!
That's 5 strikeouts.
Well, you talk about making a good pitch right
The
there.
balls are juiced.
Backed up against the wall, and then he digs deep, makes great pitches, and gets the strikeout.
Up next,
Are the White Sox actually this good? Like,
So Franmil Reyes is on pace for 90 home runs.
2 out.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Let's see if he makes it.
A little bit short.
He'll probably hit 40. Hit 37 last year.
like why are the White Sox playing so well?
Because they have a good team. Look who they signed.
We don't know that yet.
That's what. Well, who did they sign this in this offseason? That's what I'm asking. I don't really.
They signed Encarnacion.
I remember they signed that catcher from the Dodgers.
Yeah.
What's his name from Cuba? Starts with a Y. I had him in tap baseball. Yeah, had him in tap baseball for a while.
Yeah, he's with the Brewers last year. Then Moncada's pretty good. They got a good team. Jose Abreu, Tim Anderson.
A lot of young pitching talent.
Yes, Lucas Giolito. He showed up in my. He was one of those players that was in my show franchise. He was like a 99 overall pitcher for the Angels, and I was like, okay, cool. And I see his name pop up in an Indians game last year, and I'm like, oh hey, hi, how you doing? That happens a lot. I'm like, oh yeah. I remember calling up Bradley Zimmer, and then like a week into the 2017 season, the Indians actually called him up. I'm like, oh hey, he exists. And then I went to a game against the Rays and saw his first career home run. I went to a game against the Athletics and saw his second career home run. And then he got hurt, and really hasn't been hurt from since.
You've seen all of his home runs.
2 of like the 9 that he's hit.
Was he back in the minors last year?
He was hurt for most of the year. I think he was hurt like the whole season.
I don't remember ever seeing him. That's why I was.
Yeah, he's been dealing with an injury that kind of hasn't gone away, and I don't know. It's not looking good.
At least he can say he made it to the show.
Good player. He just got hurt trying too hard.
That's like Max Stassi from here. Like, he's really not that great of a hitter, but he's a decent catcher. So the fact that he's able to just play in the big leagues for, I think he's on 6 years now, is impressive.
I just got a free pack of Diamond Dynasty cards for logging in 9 days in a row, and I got Mike Moustakas.
Yay!
Man. It's a gold in a standard pack. That's actually kind of a big deal. I don't hardly ever get good players in standard packs.
You still have that Facebook page?
I do.
What a great page.
JB didn't scare it away with his Red Sox RIP picture or his Mike Moustakas hates women picture.
He had a pretty good year last year. I think one of the best years in a while.
He's exactly the type of player that would be good in this era.
And it looks like there's room
low
for
batting
play.
average, no walks, super high home run rate. And he plays third base, so that's huge.
Alright, Spears, you are 34 years old. Your contract was 4 years, and it's backloaded. So you're getting paid $19 million this year and $28 million.
Lifts one to right.
That's interesting. I wonder if my guy makes it to the contract in time to get paid.
After 2.5,
I'm curious.
leads by 1.
I mean, You've been pretty good.
The next batter is Mike
Not a
Wall.
power hitter. You have 98 contact against righties and 75 against lefties.
Jesus Christ.
Holy
Pitch a bit
shit.
low.
Fucking left-handed people are a cancer to me. Do I bat lefty?
Yeah.
There's a strike.
Jesus. It's like the left-handed mind trickery.
2 balls.
Hope you don't
can't
mind
hit 'em.
sideways snaps, but there you go.
Oh my god, those are awful.
Well, you're gonna have to deal with it.
There's a line drive. The ball drops to the field. He reaches with a leadoff single.
Red Sox are gonna be good this season. They signed the best pitcher that was available,
What's his
the
name?
Mets. Frank Thorman.
What's his career?
Not that great. He's 31 and really has only been pitching full-time the last 5 seasons. But he had a 2.4 ERA last year. Only 184 innings pitched. His stamina is only 66, but his
Wow.
hits, Ks, and walks per 9 are like 80
He
plus.
fouled it off to the right.
Velocity 79,
So
control 80.
he'll throw great, but he's not gonna throw for a long time.
He'll throw you 5 shutout innings.
That's 6 strikeouts.
That's the problem I had with Benny O'Doul. His stamina. Where's it at here? Yeah, 75. So that's why I start him for 1 game in the postseason and he's just dead. That was kind of my downfall. I'm kind of thinking about trading him honestly because I
So
need
when you
players with.
throw that guy, are you throwing in a reliever, a setup, and then a closer? Or are you just going a reliever and closer?
I mean, in the postseason, it really depends on how the game flows. I generally have a reliever or 2 that I set for early innings. I have a reliever that I set aside, usually my 5th starter, in case shit hits the fan. I got to bring somebody in the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th inning. I have a middle reliever or relievers I designate for the 5th inning, 4th, 5th, maybe the 6th, depending on the score, obviously. And then the 6th and after, I go with my setup guy and then my closer. And then it just depends on their stamina for who I go for first and.
When I was playing Out of the Park, I got super into it because it's super in depth. So I would write it down before I got going in the game, and I let it sim through. But I'd always have my starter, and then if shit goes south, I'd have a swing man, and then I would set up a long reliever, a middle guy, a short setup, and then a closer.
Yeah.
I just got super in depth into doing that. Won me a couple games because I was like, oh shit, I need to pull him now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it really depends. Steven Ryan, for some reason in the postseason, went off. He pitched 16 innings and had a .4 ERA. He had 1 run the whole postseason. So I think it was game 5. I pitched him 3 innings, and then pitched him another 2 in game 4 and another 2 in game 6. I mean, I was just throwing him out there and he was already gassed by the time he got out there, but the rest of my bullpen was garbage. My closer was garbage on him walking free agency. He's a 95 overall, but he sucks.
Sometimes you have players like that. They're rated really well, but they never do good statistically.
I'm currently experiencing that with my right tackle in Madden 19. He's an 81 overall, and yet he allows 32 sacks a season. It's just I can't keep doing it. I would cut him, except his cap penalty, because he was drafted in the 1st round, is fucking $12 million.
He walks him with 2 outs.
I just I don't understand. He's so highly rated, but he keeps giving up sacks. He's part of the reason my guy got sacked. What was that? 90 times.
That's
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Miller last season in 68 appearances had 47 saves and a 2.70 ERA.
Ooh-wee.
Fastball for a strike.
He had a K per 9 percentage of 10.4.
Misses for
That's
a
lot.
The home plate ump asks
Had to look this up. I drafted this guy. 1st round, 4th overall pick. Cassius Reeves, left tackle, 80 overall rating.
This guy has some success.
1st season on the team. Let's go down to the stats here.
1 ball and no strikes.
He gave up 29 sacks. Oh my god.
And a breaking ball down low.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
And a fastball in for a strike. And it's 2-2.
If you're a guest hitter, you hate.
Could you imagine if EA was like, "Hey guys, we're gonna make MVP baseball again"?
Oh
That would
lord,
be awesome.
no. Baseball Ultimate Team.
The runner
No.
on third is breaking.
Honestly, like if somebody could just update the visuals of 05 and keep everything almost entirely the same,
Even the gameplay.
it'd be such a great game. Just tune the gameplay a little bit.
It's such a mentally appealing game to play because there's no animations.
MVP 05 is the baseball version of ESPN 2K5. Like NFL 2K5 is the game that is constantly everybody loves. It's like MVP 05. That's the game everybody loves baseball-wise too.
The Mariners have someone warming up in the bullpen.
It just did so much for its time. Really is a great game.
And the side
Yes.
is retired with the bases juiced.
I like how you have control of the fielders in every situation, like even towards the end where normally
After
there'd be an
three,
animation.
The score is 2-1.
You're just still running around like
This game is
normal.
brought to you by
That's what I hate
EA
about the
Sports.
show, is that it's
EA
all
Sports
animation
is in
driven.
the
It's like
game.
Madden. So I could be running at the ball, and if the animation doesn't trigger or lock on at the right time, the ball just goes right by me.
That is what has been. So I was playing 19. I'm in my 3rd season now, so I'm finally seeing it all again. And I was
Sorry
playing
for you.
through it, and I was like, oh man, like the reason he didn't catch that is because of the fucking animation. Like, damn it.
On the ground to third. Good start to the inning. A leadoff single. He's just got a piece of it.
I'm playing. Oh, that's not how you say playing. I'm playing the.
Oh, no.
I'm playing the Mariners right now, and there is no Ichiro to be found, and I'm a little concerned.
It's okay, he'll come out in the 9th inning and fuck you over.
Or are you playing a game right now?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
need to
just,
tune in on this.
yeah, I just turned on the stream because he said that. Gotta treat him like Barry Bonds, just walk him.
Just out of
And
the field
he always
for
hits
three.
it hard, and a lot of times he'll hit home runs, and you're like, what? He doesn't do
He's
that,
on first with a base
but the
hit.
game doesn't care.
Did you just go to an old save file, or did you lose, or did you just transfer back
The
over?
next batter is
I transferred to the
Rocco
old
Baldelli.
save file
This
from
batter's in the middle of the pack
July
when there's a right-hander on the mound.
22nd, 2009.
Okay.
So I'm going back to there, and then whatever happens, I'll have Zach redo
He
the
swiped 4 bases.
The teams.
team on your thingy-majig. But I'm going to save 2 weeks prior and have that save file. That way I can sim and win and win and win and get a
Try not to
D.
get fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you don't get fired, but if you do, this should work. Why it wouldn't work in my tests. Curious if there's any long-term effects of it.
That's off the catcher.
I wouldn't think there would be. It seems like a thing that would either work or it wouldn't. I just hope that if I sign free agents, they don't somehow go to the Orioles or something stupid.
Be hilarious.
That's a 3-pitch strikeout.
In a
Hey,
sad
I
way.
finally got Johan Santana.
Wait,
Oh, wait!
he's on the Twins again.
Next up, Richie Sexson. On an occasion, this hitter really doesn't hit for average, but he'll get the job done. There's a foul off the catcher.
What'd you guys have for
I'd
dinner?
look for them to wave that runner home if the ball hit the city.
Sandwiches.
Center field does not throw many guys out at home.
What'd you have to drink?
The count's
Wine
1-2.
I had red beans and rice.
What'd you have to drink?
The count is 2-2.
Water.
Cool.
Down he goes on strike.
Red beans and rice is one of those things that, like, it's so simple, but it's so good.
Yes.
As long as the sausage is good.
You need to have something that's really good tasting, like a sausage in there.
Yeah.
It's so hard for me to eat anything without meat or...
It really is. I had someone make it with ham one time, and it was okay. It's just the sausage makes it.
Whoa. Oh! Whoa!
Wow!
Oh boy.
Oh my God! No way! Oh! Holy shit! He threw him out.
What a throw.
Johnny fucking Damon.
I thought he might have been safe there.
After 3.5, Seattle trails
Guess
by
what?
1.
They can't challenge the call.
Well, Lou Pinella's not coming out, so that's good.
Leading off the inning will be
He's actually on the
7, 8, and
Rays,
9
but
hitters.
I like to think that his face is out there arguing with the umpire.
The faceless umpire.
Yes.
Strike 2.
Dude, my guy's power versus lefties is so bad too. Like,
He
oh,
gets ahead of him and never
finally
looks
looking
back.
at it.
Sweet strikeout.
Next at the plate.
What was your thought? I disrupted it for a second.
Ball high.
I don't remember. I don't know what were we. Oh, I think I was talking about ham and red beans and rice.
Yes.
Simple and good.
That's a
It was okay. It's just like I'm a big fan of sausage.
When I was younger, I'd just eat whatever. But now, it's like, I don't want to eat those vegetables. I need to eat this meat here.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I love pizza that has like sausage and pepperoni and I love like excessive meat pizzas.
Yes. But super supreme cheese in the crust is like my go-to.
I do like supreme as well though.
Want everything on it.
Great catch in the gap.
What's that? Put it on there.
5 innings left to play. The score is 2-1.
I just don't like I don't know how, but like some people anchovies in pizza, I'm just like I don't understand.
Line drive.
Just not a fan.
Well, there's fish
No,
people,
I don't have that on there.
and supposedly anchovies are the best fish to put on a pizza.
I'm not a big fan of fish, but halibut's the best fish I've ever had.
He looked like he
I mean,
was
it's
going to
basically
run, but pulled
like
back.
the steak of fish, I guess you could say.
Business, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him trying to steal a bag right here.
I think it's Pacific. I've never had Atlantic. I've only had Pacific. I don't know if they taste much different.
He tries the push bunt.
If that's his best effort at a sack bunt, then I suggest he swing next time.
In foul territory, makes the catch.
Hey, I'm sure
How did the races go this week?
Game, but hey, that's baseball. Sometimes
Pretty good.
things just don't work
We
out
had
the way
5
you
cautions
planned.
in each of them. The racing was really good. Me, Baby, and Alex all had some pretty good races. We all finished top 3 in both of them.
He's got a good situation
Who
going
won?
here. Let's see what happens.
Baby won the first race, and Alex won the second race.
And you finished third in both.
Yeah.
Hit towards the
Figured they
shortstop.
probably have the same set.
They turn
Baby accidentally sent his in our extravaganza chat, so I had their set up for Nashville.
Cool.
Going into the bottom of the 5th. Seattle trails by 1.
Was it better?
It was better than what I had,
Up next,
but I just melted my tires.
Where did you finish, Spears?
the count.
16th
There was 16
and
people?
15th.
No, he bitched out and didn't run on
Hit
us.
to the
Oh.
No, I took the week off of racing.
There's
Yeah.
an out.
Ramirez
I haven't run
did a
anything
nice
all
throw
week.
right
I'm
there.
just kind of relaxing.
Right on the target.
Stepping in 1 for 2, Manny Ramirez.
I did overtime both days, like severe overtime.
Open to close.
Got a good jump
On
got underneath it, made an easy play.
Wednesday, yes. On Monday, wait 1 second. No! On Tuesday, it was till 7, which is 11 you guys' time.
Ortiz pulls the pitch to right field. The side is retired in order. With 4 innings remaining, Seattle.
Well, at least you get paid extra.
Oh yeah, I'm
Stepping
happy.
in, Aramis Ramirez.
Happy it's
This guy
over.
swings a decent bat.
Yes.
He's probably not going to win any batting title.
SB Nation has a 21-minute long video about the majesty of Steve Bono's 76-yard touchdown run.
Yes. I have not watched that yet, though.
Me neither. I think I'm gonna save it for later, though. Might be something we should all watch together.
There was no doubt about that. You can see that thing was out of here the second it hit the bat.
How do you run for 76 yards as a quarterback?
You break a lot of tackles.
I've seen the run. It's impressive.
Wasn't it Steve Young?
Stepping in at a perfect 2 for 2, John Buck.
I think Steve Young has a long run too, but this one's like actually on Steve Bono.
Okay. Because I remember
Swing and
Steve
a
Young,
miss on the pitch on the
where he's
corner.
breaking like 8 tackles
pitch is a
and
whack.
fumbles
Moving
at
across
the
strike field, the batter
end.
did
Like, what are
swing
you
through.
doing?
Most, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like a 50-yard run that he has.
That ball is driven deep, and you can forget it.
There was a Burger King commercial where the king was on the field doing that, and I'm like, what is this?
There are not too many ballparks that would have held that.
That was like 12 years ago when that came out. It's probably on YouTube.
Yeah. Found a 49-yard run of Steve Young versus the Vikings. As he's about to cross the goal line, he just trips and falls down. He still makes it across, but
That's the one.
he like turf monsters himself for no
And it's
reason.
0-1.
He was trying to beat Joe Montana for the job.
On the ground, he's got it. What a tremendous diving.
Oh
play.
god. 1998 overtime. Jets versus 49ers. Garrison Hurst has a 96-yard touchdown run in overtime to win the game. Holy crap.
Garrison
Stepping
Hurst
in,
was
1
so
for
good.
2, Rocco Baldelli.
When did the Niners and Jets ever play each other? It's weird. It's probably the last time it ever happened.
Apparently in 1998.
Sinker outside for a ball. Out of the zone, that's a ball.
I just watched the Bono run, and how is he that wide open? Like, there's no one around him. Like, how does a quarterback bootleg that far into just...
He swung through the pitch.
Wow.
Was
By the
he-
way, the draft is next week.
Is he even fast?
The batter swung right through it.
Not really.
That's probably
That's
why they
6
didn't expect it.
strikeouts.
That's like watching Peyton Manning run.
Yes.
The next batter is Richie Sexson.
The draft's gonna be weird.
Yes.
Everyone just assumes the season's gonna happen.
Taken for a ball.
I don't know about you guys, but I've been drafting in fantasy football for 10 years, so I kind of know what I'm doing.
Spoiled a pitch foul.
I think they should all just let fantasy football drafters do the draft.
I'll draft for the Browns. I don't care.
Oh my god.
Swing and a miss.
Could you imagine if, like,
Would've been a called strike
for
field,
whatever
the batter did
stupid
swing through
reason,
it.
teams drafted by pooling the average results of each individual fan's draft,
Wow, that
and like
would've been
whichever
close.
pick was taken the
Better
most
wisely
here,
to
that's who
cut
they
this
actually
one
took.
God.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
There'd be so many trolling. Like, you'd be taking a kicker in the first round.
You have to make sure they're actually fans.
After 5.5, Seattle leads by 1. Jackson steps into the batter's box.
Zach, are you doing anything really quick?
Not really.
Takes the pitch just off the plate. 1-0.
Just absolutely fantastic video. Man, he's so fast.
Nobody out.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
That's fair. They just get him.
Good times.
I'll fucking do it myself. Peyton Manning is so old that he once played against Steve Young.
No
Like,
balls, one
Played against
strike.
Dan Marino.
Say, partner, this pitcher's got to be careful.
You're right.
He's got great wheels and can turn a single into a double.
Yeah, like his rookie season or second season. They both, because they were in the same division back then.
The pitch is hit to center field. Oh, what a catch.
Kite, that's not an easy play to make at all. He really flashed the leather there.
Stepping in, 1 for 2, Trot Nixon. He sends it over towards first. He flips it to the pitcher covering. And with that, the side is retired. With 3 innings left to play,
time
the
that
Mariners lead
Montana battled Steve Young in a regular season
Stepping
match.
in, 1 for 2,
Against the
Raul
Buccaneers.
Ibanez.
It was actually later,
Oh, the Chiefs.
in '94. I can't believe that Steve Young was on the Bucks.
That wasn't Steve Young. That was some other guy.
It was like some accountant posing as Steve Young that decided to play football.
It goes to show you how your confidence can die on the wrong team.
Oh, 100%.
That one is driven deep to center. Damon puts it away. The corners are playing the line.
Like, if you were... Imagine being a Bucks fan in '86 and someone telling you that, hey, this guy's going to have, like, 3 career years in a row that are absolutely phenomenal for quarterbacks in the NFL. By the way, they'll happen in '92 to '95.
George,
Get out of here. He just lost 14 games. He sucks.
The ball is back, way back. Caught on the warning track.
That was not an easy catch at all, big boy. Great defense.
I watched the Belichick documentary of his A Football Life again. I think it was A Football Life. And the first
It was
part
the
where they
first
spend
one they did.
Yeah. I watched the first part because they have it in 2 parts now, but I watched part 1 and like when he's in the Giants locker room when the stadium's being torn down and he gets all emotional about it.
That is a good piece of hit.
This hitter is
We drafted so many players here.
right-handed pitching.
Yeah, and he just like
Yank to the left side.
he's like, I just never thought it would be this emotional.
Safe. It's a base hit.
Lopez has got some wheels, and he took advantage of that speed right there.
Yeah, like that. The documentary's so old that his boat is named 6 Rings.
Now he has
Well,
more.
He definitely has more now.
And he hits it to left. That'll do it as we go to the bottom of the inning.
Did a nice pitch there to get the fly ball. Nice work.
All right, everybody, up on their feet. Time for the 7th inning stretch.
Yeah, I could use a bit of a break.
Here comes the bottom of the order, leading off the inning. He opens up on one and hits a line drive. He's on with a leadoff single. At bat with a single, Mike Lowe. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat. A ball.
But this dude just knows how to steal a bat. He studies film, he studies pitchers, and he can be trying to apply all that right now.
The corners are hugging the lines.
I remember I was going to ask you guys.
He's laid out. He's got it. What a great diving catch.
I saw a tweet last night while I was lying in bed about would you take Randy Moss or Richard Sherman in a one-on-one matchup? And I'm going to be honest, like, in my opinion, there's absolutely no question that you take Randy Moss.
You always take the #1 receiver over the #1 cornerback.
And everyone's like, this is kind of disrespectful to Randy Moss. And in my opinion, it really is. Like, I'm sorry. You're going to, like, tell me which person has a catch named after them. Like, you don't Sherman somebody. You fucking, you Moss somebody.
You got Sherman. Doesn't have the same ring to it.
I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. Sherman's great, too. He's a good corner, but, like, Randy Moss is, come on. Really? How could you not take Randy Moss?
It's hit out to right field.
I wish I could remember.
Oh! Go! Go! Whoa!
Oh shit.
Oh my god, he dropped it.
Oh, he's out.
Guess who should be out there catching that ball?
And here comes the hook.
Ichiro.
Comes in to try to provide some
That
relief.
never happens. That happens like once, maybe twice a year, where they just drop it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was bad.
What's
Now the
funny is he
manager's
still
all
got
pissed
an out.
off. Chad, oh my god. This is the Chad Bradford?
Yeah.
The count's 1-0.
The Chad Bradford.
Hit on a line the other way. The tying run
Oh, right.
crosses the
I
plate.
hate that guy's fucking pitching motion.
That'll be a two-base hit.
I couldn't really tell where the ball was, but I could tell what pitch it was, so I just kind of swung, and it worked.
I can never hit submarine pitchers. I
Submarine
suck.
pitching is,
Be illegal.
Up next,
it's like
David
hacking.
Ortiz.
You can never tell whether it's going to be high or low. You just see it, and you're like, okay.
Look
It
at
goes
this.
from like the bottom up.
God, I hate it. Yes, it's so you can't see what pitch it is. Like I can never read what pitch type it is
That's crushed.
because the angle of the delivery just fucks it up. Like
Oh, no! Oh!
oh, dude, you got oh wow.
Well, he
Of
made
course
up
he
for that drop.
Pat Lopez.
Dude, he drops the easy one and catches the hard one. What the fuck?
That's awful.
That hurts bad. That would have won it.
I looked at John Buck and I was like, God damn, he's old as fuck. And then I'm like, oh wait, this is 2009.
So he just wants to come out and give the bullpen some more time.
What's he going to tell the pitcher? Throw better pitches? Bringing in the righty right here is a good move because right-handed hitters can have trouble picking up his breaking pitches.
I wonder if Randy Johnson pitched in 2010 if the Giants still win the World Series.
He still had a below 4 ERA before he retired. It's very possible.
Driven to left. He's rounding first. Stand-up double.
Kev, I've seen this guy make these kinds of plays before. This time, though, a little short.
It's crazy to think he was still pitching in 2009.
It really is.
when your fastball is so fast
In the
and
pitch
it only
run,
goes.
each
Yo! No! No!
Oh,
Dude, oh my god, I predicted
You
it.
called
Oh
it.
my fucking
Dude,
god.
Steven Spock sucks at extravaganza. Perfect at MVP baseball.
I knew they were gonna fucking throw him in too. I fucking knew it.
It's like his only day off of the year. Oh no. Just his presence in the game is gonna kill everything.
it's over.
Oh my god.
I'm glad he's not hurt though. Like I thought he was injured, but no.
That would suck.
change up down low for a ball.
But yeah, Randy Johnson pitching in 09. And what's crazy about it is that if you include his minor league years, this dude was throwing in 85 in A-ball. So he pitched professionally from 85 to 2009.
Could you imagine Randy Johnson in A-ball?
Oh my god.
Like, what the hell?
2-2 count.
Well, he was in A minus. He played 8 games, which is low A, and then he was in A for 26, and then he was in double A for 25, triple A for 20. Then he got called up. I'm shocked he even played triple A at all. I am like shocked that they put him there.
What were his stats?
Not good.
1 on, 1 out.
Low A, he was 0-3, 5.9 ERA.
No
21 strikeouts, 24 walks, 27 innings pitched.
The next batter is
86, he was 8-7, 3.1 ERA, threw 120 innings, 94 walks, 133 strikeouts. Double A, 11-8, 3.7. 140 innings, 163 strikeouts, 128 walks. Triple A, he was 8-7, 3.2, 113 innings, 111 strikeouts.
That's really good for AAA.
It really is, and then that's when he got called up to the Expos that same season. I'm shocked after he threw 163 strikeouts in Double A and went 11-8 that he even touched Triple A. Like, I really am shocked that they didn't pull him up right away.
pitch taken for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Just out of the fielder's reach. Base hit to lead off the inning. Jackson just put the ball with the fielder.
But yeah, his minor league career and his beginning of his major, the show career, it's like just kind of average, not really that great. And then from 90 onward, it's fucking ridiculous.
Imagine the Expos having Pedro and Randy Johnson if they kept him.
Like, this dude was in this dude doesn't win his first Cy Young until he's 31.
Line drive
Is
with
that
the
95?
Yeah, and then he goes on a tear.
The Astros probably took him, or the Mariners probably got rid of him in '98 because they thought he was getting old.
Went to the Astros, went 10-1.
Nobody out.
Went 9-10 with Seattle. Went to Houston, 1-10. Next year is on the Diamondbacks, and then that's when it gets like Randy Johnson.
Crazy. He was that before, but it's still kind of hard to picture him on the Mariners, even though he was there for a long time. I always picture him on the Diamondbacks.
And understandably too, because when you win 4 Cy Youngs in a row, and you're, he was 36. He was, yeah, 35, and then he wins his final Cy Young at 38 years old. And then still pitches for 7 years after that.
It's crazy.
Taken for a ball.
Yes! We win! Probably! Go! Go!
Right into the gap. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, deep outfield, too. These are the worst. Oh, yes.
No!
Oh, my God. How did he get called out? He was slow. Both your runs counted, didn't they?
There was only one out.
Oh, okay.
That's why I took the chance.
I don't blame you then, because that probably just won you the game.
Well, that makes up for the David Ortiz non-home run.
Oh,
The Red
Logan.
Sox are going to the bench.
He's getting benched.
Well, I think he's sleeping now, so I figured it's a good time for him to take a rest. Had a brain fart. I forgot who my closer was. Is it Rick Ankiel? No.
Oh God, Kurt Schilling, 8 ERA. Jesus fucking Christ.
Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat.
It's so
Sharp
sad.
slider
It's like,
outside for a ball. He delivers.
It's really not
One
sad.
ball, one strike.
It'll be sad once he finally retires. Right now, it's just
And he
anger.
swings and misses.
yes. It's like, I had that problem with out of the park baseball
Worth
too.
lays off a ball and it's 2-2.
Like I'd be looking at a pitcher and they're like starting to decline and I'm like, no, 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 not yet. Not yet.
No, it's too late.
Ramirez
It's
makes
gone.
the grab for
You're
the out.
36,
After 8,
and on the
score
Indians,
is
it's
6-3.
over.
Hey, hey, hey,
Up
hey.
steps the new designated hitter.
Drag the Indians into this.
What is the current team like? You go there
It
to
all
die
comes
in
down to
baseball
this,
right
the
now.
final inning.
The Marlins.
The Rays? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I guess the Marlins. Yeah.
They're making a substitution.
You know, ever since they decided to rebrand as Miami, it hasn't been going well.
They should just go back to Florida.
Ever
Need to
since
move-
the Castro
The Marlins should
comment.
move back to Florida.
Yes. Even though they never did anything other than change a
What a
logo.
catch.
Build a new stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, it is true. Ever since that guy did say that he loves Fidel Castro, they really,
Keeper's gotta give the bunch
it has been a
every
fucking
run
nightmare.
I liked them better when they were the Florida Marlins.
I think the state of Florida did too.
They all suck. Fuck the Marlins. Losers.
Damon squeezes it.
The fact that they won 2 World Series titles that quickly is impressive, though.
Yeah, and did absolutely nothing else otherwise.
They still have 2 titles, though.
They were the master
I don't wanna hear it.
recyclers.
I don't want to hear it.
That one splits the outfielders.
Maxing out players' abilities in the show franchise in the sim seasons. That's it come out with.
There's nothing like a ball in the out to get yourself an
For
extra
some reason I
base hit.
picked the Dodgers. So we're going to see how many home runs Mookie Betts can hit if he's 99 power and 99 contact. Like, I'm just curious, like, if the sim thing in this game will actually have a player like MASH more than 60 home runs in a season. Maxed out.
He's batting 270.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've seen a player bat 400 once, but I've never
God.
seen really more than maybe 52 home runs.
Most I've ever seen somebody hit in my season was
And the game is over.
54, I think.
Bradford is saddled with
58.
the loss. Keith Fulton.
Believe it or not, I was actually alive and watched Ted Williams. No, I'm just kidding.
Excuse me?
The Mariners 3.
The guy who batted 400, he batted 422 And I'm like, how do you go that far over and be that good for that 1 year? It was the craziest thing I've ever seen, and it never happened since.
I kind of want to reinstall Out of the Park Baseball just to do this, but I want to take modern baseball metrics and the way that they're hitting now and put every player as an exact replica of Ty Cobb across the league and see what happens.
Yeah?
Half the league bats 400. Dear God.
Could you imagine the poor pitching?
It won't allow a lot of home runs, though.
We ain't got the power, but I know. How do you hit almost 4,200 balls and have less than 150 home runs?
Can you explain to me how it's possible for anybody to ever have a 12.6 curve that goes 84 miles an hour?
That's crazy.
Why am I turning velocity up on a changeup and the speed's going down? Alright then. So Clayton Kershaw now has a 70 mile an hour changeup. Sorry, I'm just maxing out attributes on a pitcher just to see what he would get.
I'm assuming that he has another pitch, but I don't know what it is.
He has a four-seam fastball, a slider, a 12.6 curve, a changeup, and a two-seam fastball.
Okay.
I don't know if that's actually what he has, but that's... And I'm gonna max out his batting attributes too, just to see if we can see what he does. Could you imagine a pitcher like hitting 40 home runs in a season?
I can't. You can't do that. It's too hard.
What's the most home runs by a pitcher since, like, in the modern era, like the last 50 years?
It's probably Don Drysdale with like 5 or 6. He's probably the best hitting pitcher ever.
You know what the worst video game pitch I have ever seen?
Eephus pitch?
No, Greinke's fucking 50 mile an hour fastball in MVP 05.
His curveball, or whatever they call it. It's supposed to be an Eephus pitch that's a goof pitch, but they made it his curveball, so it's just a cheat code.
It's stupid. My headset unplugged right when I said that, so I missed a lot of what you said, but plugged it back in time.
Well, it's like a cheat code, because it's just supposed to be an Eephus pitch that he throws twice a year, but they made it his curveball. It's funny.
I don't think I've ever been in the franchise menu as a team other than the Indians. Really weird. Everything's like blue and shit. Well, I can tell you right now, this Dodgers super team is pretty good. We're 51-20.
It's almost 95 Indians pace.